And here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have the Blokees Optimus Prime model kit from the Transformers 2007 Michael Bay live-action movie. And once you put this kit together, it does look really nice all around. And like I already said, some of the paint apps, you don't really have to paint it up. In other words, they're already painted for you. But unless if you want to, you can still paint some things like like these rims of the tires on the sides of his legs. You can put some paint on them if you want to. And even some of the gray parts, like on the feet and like here where all this mechanical detail is at, where it's gray, even on the head here, you can paint them up if you want to. And the eyes, even though that they do have a feature to them, you can paint them up if you want to. But you can if you want to. But you don't have to. 'Cause like I said, this kit is already has a lot of paint apps to him once you put it all together. Like the flames here, and these flames, and these flames here were already painted and tampographed here on the plastic already. Even the flames here are also tampographed and painted on. But let's get a closer look here. And as you can see, it is the Optimus Prime look from the Michael Bay movies. You do have some silver paint on the antennas. Even some silver paint on these like smokestack things, if you can call them. And on his chest, he does have this like exposed hole here, which I think is for his spark here. I think that is what it's supposed to be. But you do have some silver paint on the front windows here, and some silver paint on the top visor things. And of course, his arms here do look nice. And going down to his legs, which do look nice. And of course, you do have the flames here, which are the front tires. Well, the front rim parts of the front top tires from when he's in truck mode. But this does not transform. And the flames here on the sides, which I've already shown you. And I have said this from my Buster Optimus Prime video. When it comes to his design from the Bayformer films, I always like his design from Transformers 1, 2, and 3, not his night look from 4 and 5. Which 4 is Age of Extinction and 5 is the Last Night. Because his night look to me is kind of meh. I always like his original looks from 1, 2, and 3 of the Bayformer films. And you do have some blue paint here. And all around, just really cool. And it is Optimus Prime from the Bayformer film. Well, from the 2007 Bayformer film movie. And now for articulation. Oh, well, before I get to the articulation, I do have an issue with it on my figure, but I'll get to that when we're done with the articulation. So for articulation, head is on a ball joint here. And you can also rotate it by that peg there from the base here where the head pops onto that ball joint at the top. And you can look up that far and only a little bit down. And he does have ball joint at the shoulders, and you can move these things out of the way to have his arms move out all the way. Oops. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to see if he has like a bicep swivel, but he does not. So, so he doesn't have a bicep swivel, and I did not mean to accidentally take his armor parts off of him. But no bicep swivel, but he does have an elbow swivel here, and he does have another one here. And he does have an elbow joint, which only bends about there. And you do have ball joints at the hands. And you do have a full waist articulation. Ball joint at the legs. No thigh swivel, but he does have a knee swivel and can bend at the knee. Ball joint at the feet. And that's it. Now, but before we get to the accessories, now just like with Mirage and the other Blokees we've taken a look at, he does of course have a light up feature, and I have figured out how you're supposed to do it, and that is you're supposed to like I think tap his chest or tap on his head, and his chest and his eyes would light up. And mine did light up on the chest and the eyes. And like I said, I've had this Blokeee for a couple months now. And I have seen it, done it multiple times, but now it doesn't really work. I think it's because you need to. I think it's because you might need to get a new watch battery. Because yes, these Blokees for the light up features on the chest and the eyes, if they don't work on yours, then I think you might need to get a new watch battery. And it takes I think is an LR44 watch battery. Just taking a quick look at the Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to turn the slide on. It does require a watch battery, yes. And it's not an LR44 one. It's a 3VCR927 coin battery. Yes. And you do get a little instructions for, I know for this one, and I think all the other Blokees come with this instructions sheet to tell you what, I mean, it does tell you where to insert it, and also be careful and mindful of how you're doing this. But I think this instruction sheet of the battery tells you on all of them of what kind of battery to get, and also to be mindful of what you're doing. And I think I have shown it in my Mirage video. I think I might have, or if I didn't, then I'm showing it here. I think all the Blokees come with this instruction sheet. But now, with that out of the way, we can now get to the accessories of what he comes with. And he doesn't really come with a lot of accessories. Just only a couple. But he does come with some interchangeable hands. Well, only one set of interchangeable hands. So the ones that he has on him are the open hands. But he does come with a pair of weapon holding hands here. And he does come with his gun here that he did use to fire at Megatron from the final battle in the movie. And you can have him hold it in this grabbing hand, which I'm probably going to have to remove his hand here. And you just slide it in here, and there you go. You have him with his gun arm here. And it only works on this arm here. Not this arm, but this arm only. Yes. And you do... I'm going to have to take this out, and a piece just fell off. And he does come with 2 of these swords here, which are nicely detailed. You see the Cybertronian symbol here, and a lot of nice detail work here on both sides. And like I said, he does come with 2 of these. And to attach these onto him, the way you do this is you would take his forearm pieces and remove them off of this hole and that peg there. And on the inside here, there is a little red tab here on the bottom of this hole where these swords attach to from this hole here. See, so you have that, and then you just attach this back on, and there you go. Now you have his sword here. And for the last couple of accessories you get is these 2 display stands, which, just like with Mirage, come in 2 pieces, but there's some tabs and grooves where you can attach them together, either like this or like this, however you want to do it. But unlike Mirage, this does not include a little sticker thing for this kit here. And I think I might have said it in my Mirage video, but I think that sticker is going to be a reveal of something. But that's for I think the other, if you get the other Rise of the Beast Blokees, you get a sticker thing like Mirage did to reveal something. But these stands that comes with Optimus here are pretty well detailed and sculpted. And it does have 2 holes here on both of these, because on the bottom of Prime's feet, there's some holes here where you can attach him to these pegs here. If you want to do that. And to go along with the stands, you do get 2 of these effect pieces here. And these have this peg here on the bottom of these where you can attach it onto these these holes here. So, like, you can do this or this and have something like that going on. And put Optimus down on the stand. And back the camera up some. And that is it for this figure. So I guess we'll be back with our final thoughts here.